already loves us. He already loves us. And when we appreciate that, we should truly love Him back. He has given us an honor. You know, a lot of times young people especially, as they're raised sometimes, unfortunately in this country, you know, by Muslim families, our families, we fail to teach our children what an amazing thing it is to be a Muslim. We just raise them on cruise control, thinking we're raised Muslim, so our kids are going to be automatically appreciating Islam without us having to put any extra effort in it. Okay, maybe we'll drag them to Jummah prayer halfway through the Salah, or we'll bring them to Sunday school and leave them outside or whatever, and then they do what they do 4 hours, and automatically somehow they will become righteous. And reality hits you when they become teenagers. And then you come running to the Imam and say, can you talk to my boy or my girl? Because they seem a little different now. So ever since they got a license, I don't know what's happened to them, you know? Or ever since they got their cell phone, or I'm worried about who their friends are because they don't talk to me anymore. That stuff starts happening. But from the very beginning, we're supposed to be instilling certain values into our kids, so into our the next generation. And one of those values is that this deen is actually a gift, not a prison, not a curse. A lot of times our young people, when you ask them, what do you think of Islam? What do you know about deen? They'll make a whole list of things that are haram. This is haram, that's haram, smiling's haram, happiness, joy, you know, taking a breath, relaxation, you know, having good friends, company. Here's a whole list of things that I shouldn't be doing. That's what it seems like Islam is. You ask him, what do you know about Allah? Well, Allah will take revenge and destroy the kuffar, and He has destroyed nations before, and He's created hellfire on Judgment Day, He's going to humiliate people, and etc. They don't know, the first thing that comes to their mouth is not mercy. It's not mercy, it's not guidance, it's not help. First thing that comes to their mind is judgment, punishment. Here's what I can't do. I can't live my life freely. That's what they think. But you know what the reality is? All other people are slaves. We're the only ones that are free. We're the only ones that are free. Everybody else is either a slave to their nafs, or they're a slave to their entertainment, or they're a slave to their bank account, or they're a slave to their job, or their career, or their appearance, or their fashion sense, or their car, or their house, or their payments. And we are slaves to Allah, freeing us from all of these things. It frees us from all of them. We're the only ones that are free. You walk around this is supposed to be, our country is supposed to be an expression of individual freedom. You ever been to a high school? You'll see a bunch of cliques. They all dress the same. All the goth kids dress the same. All the hip-hop kids dress the same. All the other groups of kids, they all dress the same. It's like they're enslaved into dressing a certain way. They have a uniform. This is supposed to be an individual country, right? This is supposed to be individual. Everybody has to listen to the same song and watch the same movie and then report back to their friends and say, I saw it too. You know? This is individualism? This is what you call individualism? SubhanAllah. Allah has given us that honor, that we don't have to follow a crowd, we don't have to turn into sheep. We don't. He's freed us from that by making us slaves of His. Coming back to the ayah, يُحِبُّهُمْ وَيُحِبُّونَهُ. Now the next part is really hard, and really I wanted that to be the heart of my khutbah. What really I wanted to share with you. Allah Azza wa Jal says the next quality, and some argue that this quality is a result of the first quality, meaning if they really love Allah, if Allah loves them and they really love Allah, then the next part is natural, and that is أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And a lot of times we skip أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ and we go straight to أَعِزَّةٍ عَلَى الْكَافِرِينَ, because that's easier. You know, أَذِلَّةٍ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. They are powerless, weak, humble, meek, soft in their dealings with believers. They are easygoing with believers. They're forgiving with believers. They're courteous in their language. They're not judgmental. They're not harsh with other Muslims. One of the worst qualities of a community that claims to be a believing community is that they are judgmental and harsh and backstabbing towards each other. This is one of the worst.